What's up, everyone? Welcome to Inner Peace with Netta. I'm Netta. Welcome to this channel. And on today's video, I wanted to talk about letting go of our attachments. So, I was actually reading an article and I was like, oh, this is what I'm going through. Like, I've been getting signs to, like, let go of certain attachments. I'm definitely going through a refinement of my ego. And I just have a lot of attachments that I had to let go of that I wasn't even aware of. Some I was. Like, first, let me explain what an attachment is. So, attachments is anything that we identify ourselves with or have, this big belief that we identify as like our absolute truth or that we are. That's like, say, I say, I'm a vegan, or I'm just an example. Like, people say, if I be like, oh, I'm a basketball player, I identify as that. Or one for me that I need to strip of me being a coach, a spiritual coach. That's not the only thing that I do, and I shouldn't have to only identify with that. Now, there's nothing wrong with, when you're having a conversation and people ask you, what do you do? Yeah, you can say what you do, but you don't have to identify with that. You don't have to identify with your culture, your race. Like, we're not just all of that. And I explained that in maybe 2 videos ago. So, in the last video that I had released, and explaining that we are divine and we are human. But, as we're going through self-mastery and in learning more about ourselves, this is why we go through an awakening, because we're lifting the veil of amnesia, and through that, it comes with the self-discipline and the self-mastery. And that's something that I am going through now, and just, going through the process of just stripping things. Just keep stripping. And it's not to tear yourself down. It's just to get to your absolute truth of who you are, okay? And become aware of your biases and your egoic thought. Like, I've just been learning this weekend, and in this training that I took, basically, like, the teacher had like different pictures of different things, different symbolisms, right? And automatically your ego or your mind will tell you, oh, that's a symbol of, say, if you've seen a smiley face, right? The yellow emoji smiley face. You could think that that's a Walmart sign, or maybe that's a happy face sign. And that doesn't automatically mean that for everyone. You understand? So we just know that because we see it a lot. And that can be an attachment. But more of the attachments I'm talking about, and I can give an example of my own, is when I am stressed, right? If I get stressed, and I eat sugar. I eat sweets. I don't eat, well, it would technically be processed sugar, but I don't eat like regular processed white sugar. But if I'm eating sweets, I don't know what's in that. I eat cookies and not a bunch of cakes and stuff, like, but I'm aware, and I know better. I know better. I've always had a sweet tooth. Eating cookies, cakes, and Oreos was my thing when I was a little girl. Now, I don't really like Oreos, but I'll eat a oatmeal raisin cookie, you know, or a chocolate chip cookie or something. But, and there's nothing wrong with eating sweets, okay? But when you're emotionally eating, or, you know, that's a attachment. And I had became aware because I'm like, okay, so what are you feeling right now? Like, you're a little stressed out. So why you keep eating your stress? You know, and that was one of the attachments. Me going through a pivot in my life, you know, I have to let go of attachments of who I always identified myself as. You know, I've been on my own for a very long time. And I built up this defense and this armor. And, you know, through my journey, I have tore down a lot of layers and a lot of attachments. But there was just some that I was just holding on very tight because they served the purpose, you know, at that time for me. Me being young, being on my own, you know, I learned a lot, you know, being very naive when I was younger and just going through life lessons. And we've all been there. So I picked up habits and attachments to protect myself. And, you know, I'm going through this vetting process, just peeling back these layers of, you know, that doesn't really work for you anymore, and you're not that person. Because when you're going through the new chapter in your life, you can't go with all that hot mess from the last chapter. You got to do things different way, like with your growth. You know, with growth, I feel like that maturity comes as well. You got to level up. And it takes time, and it takes practice and consistency and persistence. And also, like, just different attachments that I had about success, you know, being an entrepreneur and doing this entrepreneur thing. It's really been like a process. And, you know, we see a lot of people aftermath of all the work that they put in, you know, and, you know, we have these attachments of, oh, we're going to be like this, we're going to do it like, nah, your journey is your journey, you know, like you get to choose your own journey. You know, I feel like we all have a mission, but you get to take it and cultivate it and make it your own and learn different skills and things that you have innate and tap into those gifts and make it your own. You get to choose your own journey. You either follow your mission or you don't. That's why I say choose your own journey. But we have to let go of attachments in different chapters of our lives. And like, I had to redefine success, redefine my relationship with money, my relationship with myself, my relationship with my family, and just like my emotions, and just me growing, you know, as a woman, you know, and just going through a different stage in my life. And this is not, you know, only for a woman because I'm a woman. No, if you're a man or whatever you identify as, we just go through these different stages in our life, which is growth, you know, and we have to let go of attachments. So I wanted to make this video because there's a lot of things that we attach ourselves to in this world, and it doesn't serve us. It can actually harm us. It may have served us at one point, but in this new chapter, it doesn't serve us. You know, certain beliefs, when it don't serve you no more, it's just like a rotten foundation, you know. And you, in this life, you gotta have a solid foundation. If you ain't got nothing else, just at least have a solid foundation while you laying brick by brick, you know, and just even if you gotta knock all those bricks down, at least the foundation is solid. And with that, you know, you gotta just let go of attachment. That's how I feel. Like, because if you keep all of that, you just, you know, I'm gonna have a closet full of stuff. Like, you gotta be like Eminem. You gonna clean out your closet. Sorry, mama. Never meant to hurt you. Never meant to make you cry. But tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. Like, you gotta really be on that type of you really have to be on that wave with yourself, though, you know. And once you do it with yourself and you be truthful with yourself about your attachment to certain things, then, you know, then you can go to the external and other people like, hey, that don't work for me. Thank you. Love you. Bye. You know. But most of all, it's with you. Once you clear those attachments with yourself, it's just like everything on the external. It starts to work itself out, you know. So release those attachments. You'll feel it. You'll know. You'll get these signs, you know. Just like, I just feel like with every new thing in this world, it's always going to be a bandwagon. I don't like to jump on bandwagons, personally. I try to see, you know, what resonates for me, and if it works for me after I try it out, then I keep it. But if it doesn't, I'll take what is useful for me and then let go of the rest. And that's how I feel that you have to do. That's the way to go in life. Like, for me, you know, when I first started on my journey, I was like, you know, hearing everybody go vegan, go vegan, go vegan, which is cool. I stand by plant-based because it is healthier for you. It keeps your body alkaline. And when you alkalize your body is on point. Like, acidity makes, you know, allows for disease. That's a fact. That's in books. You can look that up. I ain't making that up, and that is not my intuition. Acidity allows for disease, and that starts in your gut. So, I stand by plant-based, but I wouldn't knock someone who eats meat, because guess what? I still eat fish, and I had to go back to eating organ meat, you know, just so that I can provide, you know, some vitamins I was missing. But that doesn't mean that I won't eat more plant-based, or I won't try it again to go fully plant-based again, because I'll just try it a different way and make sure that I'm getting my nutrients or something. But I don't have to be like, yeah, I'm vegan, I'm vegetarian, and this is the way it goes, and it's supposed to go this way. No, it goes according to what resonates with you. And that's with anything in life, whether your spiritual practice, your spiritual journey. Somebody can tell you, well, this is the way it's supposed to go, and it's always been this way. And you could just tell them, well, that does not work for me, and it doesn't resonate for me. Thank you. But, you know, I'm going to move forward like this. And I grew up to where I really became more aware of this now, to where I lost my voice. I put so many other people's beliefs and what they thought and what they thought I should be before who I really, you know, wanted to be, and living in my true self, to where I felt like I just didn't know who I was. So I had all these attachments that weren't even mine, and I was living as someone and doing things that wasn't even serving me, or if it did serve me, it didn't serve me no more. Then I couldn't even understand why I was doing certain things, because it didn't belong to me. So you know, just because you're a man or just because you're a woman, you know, we may have different attachments and thinking that we're supposed to be certain ways and do certain things. And, you know, do what resonates for you and what's good for you in your life. You know, you can't, well, you can, but I wouldn't advise you to use, you know, have attachments, period, or just have attachments that's not even yours, because you gotta let go of your own attachments, you know. So to be vetting off and peeling off everybody else's attachments and then your own, that's like even more of a process. But I just want to make this video because that's something I'm going through, and you know, I think we go through that at every stage of our life. Like, this is a big stage for me in my life, like, because I'm transitioning out of like this young woman into, I'm about to be a grown woman. I still got some developing skills and, you know, just learning different things, but I just have a whole different view of life. And I probably look at this probably like 5 to 6 years from now and laugh, but it'll be, you know, a good one, just a special one, you know. From where I was to where I am now, I see so many good things. I feel good. And even though this living inside out in your spiritual development and your spiritual growth is a process, it's really key. It's really key. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.